Hi, my name's John. Welcome to another Sunday night nightcap. It's a night's nightcap. I do a screw cutting job for one of my viewers. It's a 5/8 by 12 TPI left hand Acme thread. I have a hell of a job getting it right, but I persevere, and I'll let you watch the video and see what you think of it. When I was at the NEC 3 weeks ago now, I was on the Extreme Plasma stand with my friend Rob, and he had one of the new Arc CNC cutting arms. It's like a robot arm with a plasma torch on the end. I had a little bit play with it and I was most impressed, and it just so happened that Rob had a demonstrator there, so I brought it home with us. I'm going to set that up and do like a review and a bit of play, see what we're going to make with that. And to go with it, I've got one of the brand new Artec P51D CNC plasma cutters. These are sort of being designed to with an interface so they work together. Plug and play, dead easy. I'm looking forward to having a bit play with that lot. I often get asked if I do any merchandise. I did some t-shirts and jumpers a while ago. I haven't done any for ages, but I have had some hats done. I've got some hats printed. If anybody wants to buy a hat off us, if you just put a comment saying you're interested, on Wednesday night I'll probably put a link onto eBay. They won't be expensive. It'll be one price, probably shipped anywhere in the world, just to make it easy for me really. So have a look, see what you think. It is another way of supporting me. And they are quite a pleasant hat. The wife's got one, she loves hers. I've got an interesting job to do here that nobody else seems to want to do. This is a spindle off a Wadkin table saw, quite old. What I've got to do is make a nut to fit on here. I've mounted it in the lathe just to tease out to measure it when it's in the lathe that it is to chase it around the bench. I'll bring the camera a little bit closer, we'll measure the thread and see if we can determine exactly what it is. It's a single start thread and it's definitely a left hand thread. The pitch is 12 TPI. I think that's an Acme thread. If we measure it, the OD on it, Imperial 625, so it's 5/8 by 12 TPI left hand Acme. We need to replicate that thread to make a nut. He's lost the nut, or he hasn't got the nut to go on there. I've got one or two internal screw cutting tools that have been hand ground that'll probably do the job. This one here, I bought it off a friend and it looks good for the job. So what I think I'll do is I'll machine a bit of plastic first, and I'll do a trail cut to cut the threads on some plastic so I can get my sizes and settings right, make sure the tool's working right before I get a bit of hexi bar and make the nut for real. There's two ways to cut a left hand thread. One way is to cut from the inside out over like that with the lathe running forward. That'll cut a left hand thread. If it was spinning that way and you went in that way, it would be right hand thread. The other way is to mount the tool upside down like that, run the lathe backwards and start from the outside and go in. I'm going to opt for the first option, tool in, the right way up. I'm going to start from the inside and go out over. I'll find a bit of plastic, we'll see if we can get it roughed out to size and see if we can get this thread cut. I've got a suitable piece of plastic bar here. I've got no idea what it is. It's the sort of plastic bar you get given, so you just accept it and use it. I'm going to chop a piece off. Part and blade just cut straight through it. That'll be enough just to prove the thread. Pushing the job into the chuck, John, you need to put a smaller drill in first. You should have known better than that. I do know better than that, really. I need to measure the core diameter of the thread and bore that hole to the same size, or slightly oversized. Right, I'm aiming for 14.4. At the minute, it's 14.4. We'll settle for that. I've got the lathe set up to cut 12 TPI, and I know that this tool is on centre height. I'm just going to touch the tool off. Just touching. Right, so I'm going to set the 0 on my cross slide and set the 0 on my DRO. We'll put the lathe into a slow gear. That's pretty good at that. Right, so I'm going to put some cut on, 0.2 of a mil. I'm going to start the lathe up. So the lathe will go forwards. The lathe will go forwards and the tool will come out, and that will cut the left hand thread. Once I engage the half nuts, that's it. Just stop engaging until the job's done. So that should be cutting the thread in there now, which it sounds like it is. Definitely is. Right, so stop the lathe but leave the nut engaged. I'm going to 0 the compound but leave the DRO showing depth of cut. Wind it in a little bit, reverse the lathe, goes back through, back out to 0, plus another 0.2, lathe forward, and it just goes on like that until we get the correct depth of cut, which is 0.8 of a mil per side. I'll just check, but I'm sure that's what it is. Having the clutch on the lathe makes this much easier, but you can do it by just stop and starting the lathe. Right, so it is screwing in, and it actually feels quite nice. It's tight, if anything, so we're looking pretty good actually. Very happy with that for the first go anyway. We'll put a bit of steel in and try it on a bit of steel, see what sort of result we can get off that, but at least I know now that the settings I've got are somewhere near. In fact, they're very near. Much easier to cut a bit of plastic like this. It's not wasting steel, plus you can machine it a lot faster than you can steel. I've got a piece of hexy steel here. It's actually got a thread on it on the end. It's been a thread jig. It come out of a skip at an engineering company I go to, so it should be a bit of decent material. We'll face the end and part a bit off, and hopefully we can get a nut out of that. That's machining nice. That's a little bit more than just a bit of mild steel. That'll be ideal, that. Make sure that the parting tool is at 90 degrees to the job. I know it's on centre height. It's a bit of nice material, that. And I'll move on there. I don't like this lubricant, it's nice and clean and tidy. Obviously water will be better, but when you're doing videos you can't have water spraying everywhere. That's not a bad finish for straight of a parting blade. 14.3 is the size I want. That's the core size of the thread, and the hole we've got is basically 1/2 mil undersized. We'll take 1/2 mil out of that, 1/4 mil aside. Right, so that's basically spot on size, so now we're ready to start screw cutting. Right, I'm just going to touch the tool off nice and gently. Right, 0, cross slide, 0 the DRO. Right. Slow things down a bit. I'm going to put some cut on, 0.2 mil for its first one. Everything's ready to go. Just a case now of putting the clutch in. Same with the plastic. That's it. The nut's engaged. It mustn't be disengaged until the thread's finished. It'll cut a lot slower than the plastic, obviously it's a lot harder. Little bit of cutting lube on the end of the tool. Doing nice in there. I like the way the chips are coming out. The chips are good. I like it. It's always a good sign. We'll do one more pass on the same setting just to take the spring out of it. Right, so the way I do it, we've just brought it out, the lathe still running backwards, the lathe touch is disengaged, a 0 we cross slide, 1 inch for some clearance, and I'll leave the DRO set at whatever it was set at. Reverse the lathe, in it goes. Right, then back out to 0, a little bit cut, and I'm looking at the DRO, and that's giving the total depth of cut. The minute it's at 0.71, we need 0.8, but it's going to take a few times to get the spring out of the job. Right, so it's lathe forward. Right, same again, you must do the same thing exactly each time, otherwise you'll make a mistake, and mistakes are very costly on jobs like this, time wise. So I've got two references. I've got the hand wheel on the cross slide, and I've also got the DRO. Back out to 0 again. We'll do a cut with no more feed on, just to clean things up. Right, we're ready for a kind of a trial fit now, I think. Right, that's screwing in there, and it's screwing in there quite nicely. It's tightening up a little bit, but I want the thread to be tight, and it will wear in with use. I'm going to settle for that. I am going to settle for that. No more, that's it, that's enough. Happy with that. Very happy indeed. Just going to take a cut off the outside of that and then put a chamfer on it. There's a new tip in there. That tip certainly seen better days. This will be the face of the nut that tightens down, so I'll just dress them off with a file. Right, that's the finished article. There's no piss wobbly slack, it's nice. Sean's happy with that. I could have left it that little wee bit tighter, but I'm sure it'll be alright. I'm going to put something on here and tighten it up really tight just to make sure the threads are good, but I'm pretty sure that it's going to be fine. Not bad at all for a mechanic that pisses about. That's one of the most satisfying jobs I've done on a lathe actually. Very satisfying. Once again, time to say thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing. If you haven't subscribed, please do. I need 550 odd now to get to be 100,000. I'm hoping to get there for Christmas. You never know. We'll see what happens. Anyway, thanks for watching.